What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy ATruckerNamedJay checking in, baby. Want to do one more video before I take off for the day, man. And we're gonna talk about how I could potentially I don't even know how to word it. My plan B, if you will. My plan B. I do have a plan B if this situation doesn't work out. And I just haven't really addressed it, because at first I was just like, it ain't nobody business. I mean, they'll just find out if it come to that. But it's content, you know, whatever. I make videos about stupider shit, so might as well put it out there. So boom, here it is. Plan B was this. When I went home for them 4 days and was sitting over the weekend, I reached back out to my old boss, Brian, which for those who don't know who that was Greatwide. The situation with Greatwide, where I was running out of the port. In Norfolk, Virginia, going from Norfolk, Virginia over to Kentucky. Most of the time, sometime I might go up to upstate New York, or Tennessee. I went to Tennessee one time, but a lot of times it was like 8 to 10 hours one way. Do your 10-hour break at the receiver or shipper if you was picking up some shit, like we pick up plasma, blood plasma for the soldiers in Louisville, and bring that back to the port. But whatever, do the 10-hour break there and come back to Norfolk, Virginia, and do it like that. So with that schedule, I was home Monday night, Wednesday night, Friday night, and Saturday night, and I slept at the receiver with shipper Sunday night, Tuesday night, Thursday night. And then I could also alternate with and do like 2 long runs to Kentucky, and then do a short one on Friday to another part of Virginia, or Maryland or some shit like that, and still make 11 to 14. When I did the 3 long runs, I was making over $1,600 a week, and I think I actually posted one of those paychecks. It was a while ago though. So, but anyways, I reached out to them. I reached out to Brian. Because if you've been following me since January, you'll know that that's where I was this year. I was there, and I got fired because of a speeding ticket that I got, and I chose not to get a lawyer like a dumbass, and just paid the ticket. And for the it was an excessive speeding ticket, so that weighed heavier than a regular speeding ticket, as I learned so harshly, and it cost me my job at Greatwide. They had to fire me because of the safety policy, things of that nature. So I reached out to him and was just like, hey man, when they originally fired me, they told me that I couldn't come back until one of my tickets fell off. Well, my next ticket falls off, and I thought it was November, but it's actually December. Ticket falls off in December. So reached out to him and was like, do. He's like, yeah man, I love to have you back. Because when it happened, the safety director at the location, I think it was Tanya, they were fighting for me to stay, but it was corporate who kind of overturned it. Was like, yo, fuck this dude, he gotta go. You know what I'm saying? So reached out to him, told him, hey man, I'm just looking. And so he reached out to corporate, boom, 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 boom. They basically told me that I couldn't come back until December the 13th. So I said, okay, cool. So that being said, that's my plan B. Does that mean that I'm gonna leave this job on December the 12th? No. If things improve, well, we'll put it like this. What it means is that I'm gonna continue to give this opportunity a chance. You know what I'm saying? I've already been, again, with this guy. I've been with Corn since May. And even though my checks running out of the port wasn't to my liking, again, and like I said in the recent video, I made $6,000 on a bad month. So $4,000 after taxes. So, if depending on how November goes and the first part of December, we'll see. If I see steady improvement, then I'm gonna continue to stick around, because I don't have no other issue besides just consistent freight. But if things don't look like they're gonna pick up, if they continue to move in a downward or steady, like it's been cycle of inconsistent freight, then I might just go ahead and make that move back to the company that I would have been at if I would have never got fired. Because if I would have never got fired from Greatwide, in January, none of this shit would have been, I would have been doing none of this anyways. You know what I'm saying? I would have never been at HUD, which was a dud, and I would have never came to Marley because I was satisfied at Greatwide. My wife was satisfied. I was home. I was making good money. We were spending time. We were still saving money because I was making, again, $1,600. So 16 times 4 is what, $6,400? Check my math on that. So I was, but then again, at the same time, I was making what I just made in the bad month is what I was making on regular there. So $4,000 after taxes. Funny how that works out. Yeah, 16, 32 times 2 is 64. Yeah, isn't that convenient? So basically, the money that I could make at Greatwide on a steady, consistent basis is the money that I would make on this butane in a bad month, which is interesting. I just thought about that. But the thing about Greatwide is that I know that I'm gonna make that $1,500-$1,600 a week consistently for 12 months, whereas this butane is over with in April, you know, or May, maybe. I think it's April. Yes, April. So, but at the same time, you know, I've kind of been given an idea of what we're going to be pulling after this, and you know, if knowing what I know, you know, the potential of pulling that type of freight, the money should steadily roll in as with that as well. But it's just, there's no way, that's not guaranteed. I guess that's the best. It's not guaranteed. It's all a gamble. It's all a risk. I mean, but that's trucking, I guess. You know, when you're trying to make more ambitious moves, things are just going to be a little bit more riskier. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, you know, you're going to have more risk as an owner operator than you would working for FedEx. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. Right, as of right now, we staying put. And we're going to stick this out. They haven't given me, well, they have given me plenty of reasons to leave. But money-wise, I don't really have a reason to leave because money-wise, I'm fine. Money-wise, I'm fine. Again, it's a bad month, $6,300, $4,000 after taxes. I can't really complain too much. You know, but, you know, if it gets to a point where it's less than that, or it gets to a point where, you know, if it just gets worse, then, you know, maybe we leave in the middle of November and just go sit at the house for a couple of weeks. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe we leave, you know, December the 1st. Or maybe we leave Thanksgiving. I mean, hell, that's the same thing I did last year. I was OTR and I went home for Thanksgiving and then I just stayed home. Never went back out with that company and then went back to Greatwide. So maybe that's the same thing we'll do. Maybe we'll give them until Thanksgiving and we'll see if anything changes. You know what I'm saying? But again, being optimistic, I do believe that things are going to get better one way or another. And, you know, I think that I'm going to see this through. I really believe that as of right now. I mean, if I haven't left yet, and me being me, if I haven't left yet, then, you know, there's a good chance I'm going to stay. Because I've gone through the worst of it. What they say, the dawn is darkest before the sunrise, or whatever corny-ass quote you want to come up with to, you know, motivate yourself. So I'm going through the dark part. So it can't do nothing but get better. Because if it get worse, we out. And that's just where I'm at with it. You know, I spoke on wanting to be consistent. I spoke on wanting to stick with a company where I'm cool with the boss and can, you know, actually, you know, talk to the boss about things. I can do that with Ryan. I can have a conversation with him and be just as personable as I am with Corn. You know what I'm saying? So that's where we at with it. You know, honestly, I feel like I'm in a good place because both of those are good situations. Both of those are good situations. I don't really know my top earning potential if I stay with Corn for a full year. Again, you know, I know what this butane can pay. I don't know what the next thing that we're going to pull in the spring and summer will pay, but I've heard a lot of good reviews about it, and seen a lot of good reviews. Like, I've actually seen what people have made pulling it. But, you know, I know with Greatwide that I can easily go over there and make $70,000 and chill. Well, so that'll be, I guess, what, $50,000 after taxes. Not the worst thing in the world. Or, you know, if I go hard and, you know, run those OTR runs every single week, I can push for 80. And, you know, maybe after taxes that'll be 60. That's not bad to me. I don't think that's bad. I mean, shit, my household bills and expenses is $4,000 a month. You know, that's rounded up. So 4 times 12 is 48,000. So once I make 48,000, everything after that is extra. Because when I say $4,000 is household bills, I'm talking about paying all the bills, putting a certain amount of money away in the savings accounts, just everything. That's everything that we got to spend money on. That's covered in that $4,000. It's really like 3,000 something, but we just rounded it up. So, and then on top of that, that's not even including my wife's money. So, I mean, that's just an advantage that I have as being a married man with a, you know, strong woman who, you know, I gave the option to not work at all. But she said, fuck that, I want to own my own business. So she went out and did it, and, you know, now we get to reap the benefits of it together. You know what I'm saying? That's the benefits of choosing the right woman to you know, be committed to. A lot of guys come out here and they commit to women that are more liabilities than they are assets. And that doesn't go towards financially, because I mean, there's a lot of relationships out here where the women don't work, but they still are an asset. But a lot of y'all, hell, some of y'all with women that work, but they still a liability. But we ain't gonna get into all that, man. I'm not here to coach on nobody's relationship situation, man. That's not even my place, because I'm not perfect, nor have I ever been, nor am I trying to be. So anyways, that's just what it is, man. I feel like I'm in a good place either which way I go. You know what I'm saying? So that's plan B. Plan C, shit, niggas trucking. Plan C stands for CDL, which means I can do whatever the fuck I want. But knowing how much money I would like to make, and would like to stay around, you know, plan A will put me there, plan B will put me there. Plan C is just on some last minute, figure some shit out type stuff. But that's pretty much what I feel like I've been doing my whole trucking career, because I'll quit a job before I have anything lined up, or sometimes I'll have a job lined up before I quit the job, but it'll turn out to be a dud. You know what I mean? So that's what it is, man. That's the update. That's what's going on. Just to kind of get a little, you know, background information on where I'm at and why I feel like I'm able to move the way I'm able to move. I'm not panicking, because I got a plan, man. I got a plan, and we're just gonna see which way the plan will, which way the money lead. The money will tell us what we need to do. Not my emotions, not my not my comments, you know, none of that. My money will tell me what needs to be done when it's time to be done. Period. And until the money starts talking, I'm just gonna sit tight, because right now the money is good. But when the money get a little low and the money like yerp, you know, I mean, when Dominion like yerp, you know, when my landlord is like yerp, you know, then we gonna hit up Brian and be like yerp. You know what I'm saying? See what I did there? Whatever. But as always, man, stay safe, stay positive, stay productive, man. God Family Trucking. And remember, take care of that hustle. Hustle to take care of you, man, every single time, man. I'm gone.